morning, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha, and these are the headlines for this hour. The Nepali Congress statute amendment spirals further into uncertainty as the Central Committee meeting fails to reach a conclusion despite numerous sessions yesterday. Nepal Communist Party Standing Committee members demand Prime Minister Oli and senior leader Nepal to introspect their involvement in the Korean religious organization Universal Peace Foundation. The Trump administration says U.S. troops are being withdrawn from Syria after U.S. President Donald Trump said the Islamic State group had been defeated. And Bhairua Gladiators advanced to the qualifiers of the Everest Premier League by defeating Chitwan Tigers. Bhairua to clash with Kathmandu Kings 11 for a spot in the finals. Let's begin with the latest national political updates. The Nepali Congress statute amendment has further spiraled into uncertainty despite the leaders claiming that an agreement was reached Wednesday evening. Nepali Congress leaders had stated on Wednesday evening that the party had agreed to elect party president, 2 vice presidents, 2 general secretaries, and 2 co-general secretaries through the General Convention, while the treasurer and party spokesperson would be appointed by the president. However, the Central Committee members expressed reservations against the agreement at the Central Committee meeting held yesterday afternoon. The Central Committee meeting was held several times yesterday evening. However, the committee failed to reach a consensus. The Central Committee meeting is scheduled to convene again at 9 this morning. In order to table the draft statute at the General Committee meeting, the Central Committee needs to approve the draft first. This has left the fate of the General Committee meeting even more uncertain. The main opposition Nepali Congress started preparations to amend the party's statute to bring it in line with the new federal setup of the country. However, despite the lapse of 6 months since the preparations first began, and even after 5 days of the General Committee meeting, the party has not been able to present the draft for the new statute. Top leaders have yet to table on major agendas in the General Committee meeting to strengthen the party, as they have so far remained centered on their own vested interests. The major agenda of the Nepali Congress General Committee meeting is to formulate a new statute as per the need of the country's federal setup. Likewise, the General Committee meeting was also held to review the party's embarrassing results in the local, provincial, and central elections and plan for future strategies accordingly. This has disheartened the 600 members of the General Committee who have arrived in the capital from various districts. The leaders with the intra-party factions have rendered the most powerful body of the party, the General Committee, useless. This is the weakest Nepali Congress has been in its 7-decade-long history. It is clear that the leadership has failed to give hopes to the party and its cadres, and even the youth leaders of the party, who constantly advocated for the inclusion of all community and regions in the party. This has hinted at the General Committee meeting becoming a failure for Nepali Congress. The participation of the Nepal government and various party leaders and parliamentarians at the summit of the controversial Universal Peace Federation had met with severe criticism across the country. The issue has now entered the Nepal Communist Party's Standing Committee, as its members have demanded Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal to introspect on their participation in the event. The Nepal Communist Party Standing Committee members have criticized the Prime Minister and senior leader for jeopardizing the government and the party's image by their affiliation. Premier Oli had attended the Asia-Pacific Summit organized by Universal Peace Federation as the chief guest, while senior leader Nepal also attended the event as the chief of organizers' invitation team. Likewise, Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mohra had chaired one of the sessions. Party leaders have opined that the participation of the government and lawmakers as the event's organizer had hurt the nation's pride and have demanded the premier and the leaders to look back at their decision. The standing committee members also openly criticized the lack of coordination between Premier Oli and the ministers, which resulted in irregularities in the procurement of 2 Airbus 330 aircrafts by the Civil Aviation Authority, and also the government's failure to address the public's expectations. The involvement of Nepal government, parliamentarians and leaders in support of the mission of South Korean religious organization Universal Peace Federation has met with another controversy following the statements made by Eknath Dhakal, the head of Nepal chapter of the federation. In an event held in South Korea, Dhakal stated that the summit held in Kathmandu had accepted that the federation's founder, Hak Jahan Moon, was the only daughter of God. Dhakal's remarks has met with severe criticism, as critics have said it has hurt the pride of the institutions and have demanded for strict actions against him. Kathmandu hosted the recently held Universal Peace Federation UFP's Asia-Pacific Summit, which was attended by political and special guests from 45 countries. Although against the norms, the government of Nepal and lawmakers even facilitated the event as organizers. Although the federation claimed to have organized the summit to discuss on the issues of peace and good governance, their real motive was to promote Christianity and make the public believe that the federation's founder and second wife to late founder Sun Myung Moon was God's avatar. Dhakal attended the review program held on 8th of December in South Korea and said Nepal accepted Mother Moon as the lone daughter of God. His statements clarified that the summit was held with intentions of promoting Christianity as opposed to what was initially suggested. It is imperative on the part of the government to take the matters seriously and take actions against anyone who attempts to hurt the reputation of the nation by involving the government and lawmakers in activities of a controversial organization. Welcome back. Doha Bank, a Qatar-based commercial bank which has successfully left its footprints in 20 different places around the globe, has started operation of its representative office in Nepal. The bank organized a press conference in the capital yesterday to celebrate the Nepal-Qatar bilateral opportunity and inauguration of Doha Bank's representative office. Doha Bank aims to expand Nepal-Qatar commerce relation, as the Nepalese community is the second largest non-resident community in Qatar. Likewise, the Nepalese community living and working in Qatar is also considered a driving force behind the country's economic growth. As part of its initial phase, the bank has introduced e-remittance service to facilitate money transfer services. Meanwhile, at the press meet, CEO Dr. Raghavan Sitharaman emphasized that Nepal had immense potential in the fields of hydropower, tourism, education, skilled manpower, mineral water, agriculture, among others.
By the business community, because so much is happening in terms of infrastructure, corporates, small or big, to Qatar, and then support them through debt or equity in multiple forms.
Dr. Sitharaman added, Doha Bank is interested in investing in agriculture, hydropower, and tourism sector. Likewise, he also emphasized on the need to strengthen the bilateral relations between the two nations to ensure economic growth for Nepal and food security for Qatar. Welcome back. Service seekers in Dhading are having to make rounds of the Land Revenue Department in Dhading, as the officials are taking weeks to complete works that on average should only take a day to complete. In this context, we had asked the service seekers what problems have they been facing. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice, brought to you by Reliance Supertech, Cement का उत्कृष्ट उत्पादनहरू, दिव्य LED लाइट्स, एकचोटी लगाए वर्षौंसम्म ढुक्क, हर घरको शान भिडियोकन, उत्कृष्टताको अनुभव, मेरो देश मेरो जगदम्बा सिमेन्ट, Noble College, Sinamangal, Kathmandu, Panchakanya Stainless Steel Water Tank, Yeti PVC Flooring, Live with Honor, Excel Business College, New Baneshwar, Kathmandu.
11 बजे आइपुगेको थियौं अब काम चाँडै हुन्छ भने अब नेटको कारणले काम भएन भन्नुहुन्छ उहाँहरु अब के भन्ने लेखनदाता नि बिचौलिया भन्दा बाहेक काम हुँदैन र उनीहरुले चाहिँ उनीहरुको काम चाँडै हुन्छ
लगभग 1-2 दिनमा सित्याउनु पर्ने काम हप्ता दिन पनि लागिरहेछ
आज हुने काम पनि भोलि भनिन्छ भोलि हुने काम पर्छ भनिन्छ अब यत्रो गाउँ टाढाबाट आउँदाखेरि हामीले त अलिकति है बुझेर अलिकति समस्याले समाधान पनि गर्न सक्दैनौं
चक्करबास गर्ने भनेर आएको थियो अनि 3-4 दिन बसिसक्यो त्यही कारणले चक्कर-पास भएको छैन।
एक दिन आउँदै काम नसकिने कोही कामलाई 2-3 दिन बस्नुपर्ने अवस्था चाहिँ पहिलादेखि अहिलेसम्म चल्दै आएको छ।
ठिक्क फिक्स पैसा बोकेर हुन्छ बिजुवाले यति भयो भने काम हुन्छ भन्छ अनि सर्भरै नचलेको खण्डमा पनि आज चाहिँ फाइल रोकेर चाहिँ पैसा दिएको खण्डमा भोलि चाहिँ हैन फाइल फरवर्ड गर्ने मलाई पैसा दिएर जानुहोस् भनेपछि काम बनेर चाहिँ आफ्नो फाइल तयार भएर जानुपर्ने डकुमेन्ट चाहिँ भोलि फरवर्ड गर्दा नि हुने सामान्य मान्छेले चाहिँ त्यो खाले पैसा तिर्न नसकेपछि त्यो नगरेर चाहिँ 2-4 दिनमा बोक्न पर्ने यी चाहिँ हैन अल्मलिन पर्ने अवस्थाहरू चाहिँ बढी देखियो।
टाइममा मान्छेहरू नहुने अनि यदि भइहालेछ भने पनि सिफारिसहरू विभिन्न सिफारिसहरू चाहिने।
It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse, brought to you by Landmark Education. Study in Australia with scholarship. Bishwas Tincho, Pravu Bank. Cath College, Rabi Bhavan Kalimati. Rajdhani Model College, People Boat Old Baneshwar. Vishal Cement, All Climate Cement. Sundarta ko lagi, Rose Face Sabun. WLC College of Fine Arts and Technology, Budhanagar, Kathmandu. Kantipur Dental College, Basundhara Thapasi. Global College International, Mid Baneshwar, Kathmandu. Texas International College, Mitra Park, Chaba Machaputri Kindergarten, Kusunti, Lalitpur.
And here's the question. What's your take on public officials staging protest at the Singadara premises? Your options are A, a show of anarchism, B, quest for authority, and C, government's helplessness. The voting is on. Type in EWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Bhairava Gladiators have advanced to the qualifiers of the Everest Premier League, defeating Chitwan Tigers by 4 wickets in the eliminator match played yesterday. In the eliminator match played at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Ground in Kantipur yesterday afternoon, Bhairava won the toss and invited Chitwan to bat first. Chitwan posted 139 runs in the allotted 20 overs, losing 8 wickets. Dipendra Singh Airi top scored for Chitwan with 56 runs off 45 balls, while Paul Sterling and John Simpson each contributed 14 runs. This was Dipendra's second half-century at the tournament. Mohammad Naveed, who grabbed 3 wickets, was the pick of the Bhairava bowlers. Chasing a target of 140 runs for victory, Bhairava reached the target by scoring 142 runs in 18.2 overs, losing 6 wickets. Pradeep Airi, who scored 42 runs off 38 balls, was the top scorer for Bhairava. Skipper Sarad Vesakar also contributed 29 runs off 27 balls, while Kushal Molla smashed an unbeaten 27 off 13 balls, and Rohit Podel scored a quick-fire 24 off 14 balls and remained not out. Kamal Singh Airi, who claimed 3 wickets, was the leading wicket-taker for Chitwan. Bhairava Gladiators will clash today with Kathmandu Kings 11 at the qualifiers for a spot in the finals. The winner of today's match will face Lalitpur Patriots in the title match. Today's qualifier match will start at 11:30 a.m. at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Ground in Kantipur. And that's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 this morning. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning.